Good morning, everybody. I hope you're well. And actually, it's not morning for everybody, but I'm still here. It's morning for me. Welcome. I'm Christina with Leads and Leverage. And today I'm actually going to do another Ribbit episode. I believe it's episode number 72. I believe. Anyway, we're going to talk about, should you be advertising your listings on Facebook? I know we're like, yeah, but there's an art to it. So should you be advertising your listings on Facebook, and how? And what is the recommended way to run an ad to promote a new listing? What kind of wording should you be using? What kind of targeting? Which kind of budgeting? Lots of little variables on there. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And the reason that I'm doing today's episode is because I got a whole bunch of questions from you guys about advertising your listings on Facebook. And I was just like, you know what? We need to talk about this. We need to share this because some of you are advertising listings and you're not getting any results. Others, you kind of like get a one-hit wonder and you can't figure out what you did and don't know what to duplicate to make that happen again. So we're going to talk about that today. First, though, if you are watching this in replay or you're watching this live, please do me a favor and comment below. So I would just like to know, just say hi. And then my main question for you really is, have you ever advertised a listing on Facebook? So just yes or no, have you ever not just put it on your page, but have you ever actually paid money, like gone into Ads Manager or Power Editor and advertised a listing that way? Not a post on your page that you boosted, but like, did you ever advertise a listing on Facebook? So, and not through like a third-party vendor that advertises your listings. Like, have you ever done it yourself? That's kind of what I'm asking today. You guys are awesome. Hi, you guys. I've got both my screens open so I can see everybody. So let's see. We have hi, Jen. Hi, Holly. Carolyn. Hi, Melba. Catherine. You guys are awesome. So yes, no. Yep. Bill's done it many times. Yep. And so I know that like the success, like the results have been kind of all over the board. It's like, what? Okay, you have good success with one. And so then we think it's the listing, or maybe we think it's the targeting or whatever. So we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit today. This is probably going to end up going more in detail and a little bit longer than I planned on, because I was just going to kind of walk you through how to advertise listings. But then I think we need to hit on a couple of little nuances and variances so you can duplicate your results. Hi, Charles. Hi, Carl. Hi, Andrew. Hi, you guys. So let me just review the questions. Should you be advertising your listings on Facebook? And if you should, how? What kind of targeting? What kind of wording? What kind of budget? What do you do? So here's the thing. There's always a preface to this. There's always before you do this, it's like before you take a certain level of math, you got to take a prerequisite. So let me just say this, and I'll probably repeat it. Write it down and blazon it and bold it upon your brain. Before you run an ad for a listing, before you run any ads, before you put money into Facebook, before, I cannot stress the importance of this. You need to make sure that, first of all, your Facebook page is set up so that you get the best results you can possibly get. So that is key. I am not going to go into that today. It is like a big platform of mine that I'm always talking about how to set up your page. I did put a link in the comments. It's pinned comments that you can download the Facebook page setup checklist to get that. But there's some very key elements that you're going to want to make sure that you have switched, that you have done, that you to your page so that you get results. So that's the first thing. So that is my preface. That's my prerequisite. Before you run an ad of any kind, you need to do that. Hi, Isabella. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Charles. Hi, Carl, you guys. So there's another preference, number 2, that I need to let you guys know. You cannot set up a page and then, you can do this, but it's very advisable not to do this. You should not set up a page and then start running ads driving people off of Facebook. That's what it is. You need to season your ad account. It doesn't matter if you've had your page for a couple of years, even if you've run some other ads sporadically, you need to season your ad account. You need to build your reputation with Facebook. First of all, they don't really know if you haven't really put a lot of effort, time and money behind your page before this, they don't know that you're a legit page. So if you just start blowing money or throwing money into advertising listings that drive people off Facebook and you're not doing anything else to build any type of page reputation or ad account reputation with Facebook, you're going to be dead in the water. And the two-way reasons for that. Number one, they're likely to shut your ad account down. And then you have to fight to get it back. And you can promise all you want about, I will do this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you don't understand that this is about keeping Facebook happy, and I don't mean playing a game, I mean, their goal is to keep the user happy on Facebook. So if you're just throwing money at ads that drive people off Facebook, you might want to be careful with that. And of course, your Facebook ad reputation or your Facebook page reputation, et cetera. So you're going to want to have so those two things that are really important before you start running listing ads. In fact, I recommend not running listing ads for the first several months of you consistently putting money into ads in some form, whether it's boosting posts, like post engagement ads, things like that. So just know that. All right. So we're going to get into running your ads, advertising your listings. Now, there's a couple things. A lot of times, as agents, our craft is helping people buy or sell. Our craft is for some of us, it's walking them through that journey, holding their hand in a sense, just kind of being with them and guiding them and being the buffer between all the crap that happens and their emotional journey through buying or selling a house. Okay. So that is our craft. We negotiate, we help buffer like I said, all the crap and everything. Our craft is not actually writing ads or running ads that people resonate with. So knowing that your craft is actually being the buffer, being the negotiator, being the person who takes them through this journey and not on writing ads and things like that, you need to do a little bit of work on adding this element into your craft. You need to do a little bit of work on how to engage the interest of people, because I think what we expect as agents is just that, I'll put this house out there and the right person for this house is just going to see that it's the right house for them, and boom, they're going to miraculously hop into my little funnel or whatever it is, or miraculously call me and just want to close the deal. And so that's one reason we do ads. The second reason is we do ads just to make the seller happy. So, in general. But really what you are doing is you are helping people, like your craft actually is helping people step into and live the lifestyle that they dream about, that they want to live. That's really your craft. Yeah, all the tactics are, negotiation, the tactical stuff is negotiation, all that kind of stuff. But your role as an agent is to help them achieve what they dream, what they want to do, what they, whether it's a first-time home buyer or a downsizer, it doesn't matter. It's not just a transaction. This is about their life. This is about their lifestyle. This is about their dreams. So when you're doing listings, advertising your listings on Facebook, you need to put yourself in their shoes. Think about you. Think about your dreams. Think about the lifestyle that you want to become accustomed to. That's always the joke around our family. What kind of lifestyle do we want to become accustomed to? I don't mean like I want to, eat caviar, fly in private jets, and be on the beach all the time. I'm talking about really, what kind of life do you want to live? Do you like to be surrounded by a lot of people and have a lot of entertaining? Do you like being in neighborhoods where there's lots of kids? So when it's Halloween, happy Halloween, by the way, so that when it's Halloween, you can just gush on them with lots of candy and decorate? Or do you like to, do you like to be a little bit quieter in a quieter neighborhood? What do you like? What's your lifestyle? Now, when you know what yours is, think about the lifestyle of the person that would buy that listing. So we're specifically talking about a listing ad, okay? So think about the lifestyle of the person that would most likely buy that listing. What does it look like now? And then what is the listing, the house that you're trying to advertise? What does that encompass? Who is most likely to want to be in that? And no, it's not everyone, you guys. It is absolutely not everyone. When we were looking for our latest house, we were very specific. We have lived in brand new houses and older houses. We have lived in neighborhoods. We've never lived on acreage, but we've lived in neighborhoods. And when we were looking, we're like, you know what? We don't want to live in a neighborhood like an HOA neighborhood. And that's not an evil against HOA. We didn't like the sameness of everything. We didn't like the closeness of the neighbors. And then we're like, but we don't want acreage because we don't want to maintain it. And even if we don't maintain it, we don't want to manage. So you can pay someone to maintain it, but we didn't want to manage it. So our lifestyle to us was, we want more space because we love to entertain. There's some amenities specifically that we want, but we don't want to put those amenities in. We want someone else to put them in and take the depreciation hit, because we wanted a pool. And in our area, pools are rare. And if you pay to put a pool, an in-ground pool in our market, you pretty much, in fact, not only do you not get the cost of the pool back, often you actually lower the value of your home because it's it's not an asset. So I'm giving you guys this idea. So what we were looking for was, we did want more space on our land and between people, but we didn't want a lot of land. We didn't want a cookie cutter neighborhood. We didn't want an HOA. We wanted certain amenities that someone else had lost or had depreciation on. So that was us. Think about the person on the listing. So the listing that we found, the house that we found, had those elements. And so it's a home meant for entertaining. It's a home meant for having people over. Lots of parking space, lots of land. Not lots of space. It's only an acre. But that's my point. So that is the type of person who's going to live in a home like this. So when you're looking at your listing, take some time. You might be going, well, it's just a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, cookie cutter neighborhood, whatever. Well, what kind of person lives there? Someone who's dreamed of owning a home, and this is like just amazing to them, and they want to be able to take their dog for a walk on the sidewalks, or they want to have a cul-de-sac. What is that? What does your listing have? So you've got to know this, and not just benefits, you want features, you want the benefits. So features tell, benefits sell. So just always remember that features tell, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1/5 of an acre, whatever. Those are features, but benefits sell. Room for your pet. Keep your pet corralled, get more pets. Enjoy getting to know your neighbors as you walk through the neighborhood. Features tell, benefits sell. Sure, you could talk about, so you want to make sure, number one, that you have the features transitioned or translated into a benefit, okay? So when you're doing this listing, I'm going to give you some tactile stuff too, like how many photos you should have, how you should run the listing, like exactly stuff. But in order to get the wording is specific to the listing, and you need to evoke the lifestyle through the benefits. So yeah, it's kind of hard to say, what's the benefit of a 3 bedrooms? Well, for a lot of people, it means having room for all their kids, because most families are like, if you're talking families, it's usually 2 adults and 2 kids. That's like the average or typical. And yes, there's differences, so be careful with the whole family concept. But usually for 3 bedrooms, you could just say there's a bedroom for everyone, or there's space for every thought or something, whatever you can have. So 2 bathrooms, have your own private bathroom, have a bathroom for guests, just a space for guests or a guest room. You can use any of those elements and talk about the benefits. So just be aware of that. You want to do benefits. Features tell, benefits sell. You want to translate the features into benefits. That's how you do your wording. The next thing, so let's get into some tactics. When you're doing your wording on your post, number one, do not say things like, here's my latest listing, list, blah, blah, blah. You want to talk about the lifestyle. So you always want to use words that focus on the lifestyle. Do you need another bedroom? Are you tired of not having space for your beloved dog? So maybe it has a yard. Do you love sitting on your front porch in the evenings and sipping beer, wine, whatever, or in the mornings drinking coffee? Does it have is it a south facing house? So be sunny throughout the winter, all of these different things. Just pull out something, an element that people would love about that house. It doesn't matter if it's a cookie cutter, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage on a 10,000 square foot lot, or however big your lots are, and it has a teeny tiny front porch. Maybe they live in an apartment with nothing. So focus on that. You need to have that benefit, feature to benefit. And that's your first line. You want to evoke the emotional response of that lifestyle. That's what you want to do. That's the first line in your ad, okay? Then you want to give them a little bit of the features. It's just a little bit, like a 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, how many square feet. And be careful with that. Some people are very specifically, like, they hear a number and they think it's too big, too small. So be careful with square feet. If it's a big house and people are more likely, like we were looking for a very specific minimum square feet. We were looking for a bigger house. One reason is because I run the business out of our house and I needed the space. So when you're getting into some of the bigger houses, you're going to want to put the square footage on there. It's a feature. However, people with that big of a house are typically looking for square footage, not necessarily number of bedrooms. People with in a little bit, not smaller houses, but people in like the typical 2,000 or less square foot, they're looking for how the space is used. How many rooms can they get out of it? So just be aware of that. So features tell, benefits sell. I'm going to say that 50 times. So you want to first evoke a response, an emotional response. That's the idea. That's the first one. To get them to read more, give them a little bit of benefits or features, but really focus on the benefits. Focus on a really amazing benefit of living in that house, in that neighborhood, whatever it is. Then you don't want too much, but then the last thing you're going to do is you need to leave off very important information. You either need to leave off the address or you need to leave off the price. One of those two things, you need to leave them off the ad that you're doing. One or the other. Try them both ways. Typically, probably leave off the address. You could put the price in there. It kind of depends. But here's the thing. When you put pictures, now you're going to put pictures in this. When you put pictures, put 3 to 4. That's it. No more, no less. 3 to 4 pictures. They need to be your absolute best pictures of the property. The absolute best pictures of the property. I'm not kidding. If you're talking about a specific feature, but you're talking about it in the form of a benefit, you need to show that benefit in a photo. Okay, so 3 to 4, that's it, no more. You also need to include a couple of times in your verbiage of the ad that click here to give them a call to action. Do you have a video on the property? Do you have downloads for the property? Do you have more photos for the property? Etc. Click here to dive deeper into this home or get a video, whatever, and then give them a link to this. What I'm going to tell you guys, this is important. You need to give them a link to an IDX link to this property, or you need to drive them through a landing page so that they're required to give you their name and email before they access the rest of the information. This is how you capture the lead. Okay, so you're going to give them enough to whet their appetite. You're not going to be stingy. One photo, not going to do it for you. You need 3 to 4. The best photos, don't hold back. Give them the best right up front. Give them those 3 to 4 photos best up front. Talk about the benefits of the lifestyle. Put the click through here. And I recommend using lead pages when you're going to go through this. So drive them through lead pages. I'll put the link in the group. I've got a bonus or a discount with bonuses link for you guys. I recommend using lead pages. Drive them through, get their name and email. Okay. Don't require too much information. They won't click through. This is a first time, warm them up, because once you have their email, once they've clicked on that landing page, you can retarget them. Once you have their email, you can retarget them. You can keep building that relationship. Don't demand that they hop right into bed with you the minute you meet them. Don't demand that. That's why many people don't get actual opt-ins. They want too much. It's way too much. You want to build this relationship, okay? So the information, the listings, the clicks to drive them through lead pages, landing page, ask for their name and email, It could be just their first name and email. Be easy on them. And then they drive through and they get access to the listing, the videos, the downloads, anything that you have on that listing. If you don't have a download, do a PDF copy of the pictures and the data information and make that the download. Like, get them interactive, give them stuff for it. Okay, so that's how you advertise your listings on Facebook. Now let's talk about, so that's wording, that's how to set it up and everything. But what about budget? What about targeting? Well, your targeting, number one, if you have not set up your page, if you have not built up a targeted page-like audience, you're going to have to go cold. You're going to have to go out into cold traffic. So you want to find people depending on the house. Now, if this is a first-time home buyer house, then you're not going to use the targeting that I'm going to tell you. If it's a first-time home buyer house and people aren't likely to sell another house to move into this house, then you're going to do a little bit different targeting. I'm going to specifically talk about more of a move-up buyer house or people who already own property. You're going to target this ad to a specific zip code in your area. Preferably, if you know this data, the zip code that's likely to move into that house. So if it's the same zip code, fine, but sometimes people move from one zip code to another as they progress in their house buying process. So which zip code is it? Is it a different zip code that's going to move into this house? Or is it the same? Doesn't matter, either one. Second, you want to make sure that they are a homeowner demographic. Not someone who's interested in home ownership or interested in being a homeowner, but actually a homeowner, the demographic that we have data on. The Facebook has data on the fact that they do currently own a house. Now, a couple of things. You evoke that lifestyle in them. One, they could already have their house for sale. Doesn't matter. They interested in your house, they buy it. Whether it's through you or another agent, you sold it. The other piece is maybe you trigger an emotional response in them and like, yeah, we want to change. We want to make a change. That's what happens, by the way. We are emotional creatures. I don't care how stoic we think we are or how data-driven we think we are. It's a bunch of bullcrap. We're not. We buy based on gut. We buy based on instinct. We buy based on emotions. We buy based on passion. I don't care how academic or intellectual or data-driven or engineering or whatever people are. Their decisions are driven emotionally. They think they're driven by data, but we try to think it's driven by data, but it's not. So when people are buying their home, they're driven by their desires. So be aware of that. So if you can evoke that desire in somebody through your ad, more power to you. You're just helping them go to the lifestyle that they want to be in or be a part of or be connected with. So just be aware of that. So that's who you're going to target, zip code plus homeowner demographic. As far as budget's concerned, I always, depending on your audience size, because you guys are agents, because you're local, it's a little bit harder to run Facebook ads. It's a little bit harder to get the numbers that Facebook wants you to get the conversions at the cost, the lower cost and stuff like that, because you're driving to smaller audiences. It's just the way it is. So what you want to do is for your budget, you want to budget $10 a day for 10 days. So you're going to run this for 10 days. It's going to be $100 to run the ad. If you do a lower budget, you will not get the results that you want to get. If you don't do it for at least 10 days, you're not going to get the results that you want to get. You may get no results. That typically means if you get no results, it typically means that number one, your messaging is off, meaning you didn't appeal to any type of lifestyle that people would be interested in through the listing ad. Two, your targeting is off. Any one of these, your targeting is off. You didn't target the right people, the right zip code, people who would be interested in that. Three, your messaging on your landing page is off. You have too much crap on there. You're asking for too much information, etc. So those are the three main reasons. Oh, and four, your page is not set up the right way, and people are avoiding it because they think they're going to be sold to. So there's four reasons. If your ad's not working, it's not the ad, or it's not Facebook, it's you. You've got to change those elements in your ads, and we can go into that in another ribbit. There's not enough time on this one. So I talked about, yes, you should be advertising listings on your page, but be careful. I told you why to be careful, when to start, when to stop, etc. How, I talked to you about the targeting, the wording, the budget. So we got through everything. Did I miss anything? So when I look through questions, did I miss anything? I say hi to anybody who on there. But when it comes to advertising a listing on Facebook, if I did not answer the questions through those other things, if you missed the first part of this, please watch this on replay. But if you have a question that I specifically did not answer, ask it for me, or ask it to me, ask it of me, and I'll help you. Hi, Eric. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Jerry. Jerry's like, yay, I'm watching live. Hi, David. Hi, Heather. She didn't say hi, but I see her on there. Hi, Isabella. Hi, Lynn. Hi, you guys. So yes, there is a trick on advertising listings on Facebook. Remember, page set up the right way. 2, ad account seasoned. Ad account seasoned. Yeah. 3, features tell, benefits sell. You need to focus on the benefits. You need to evoke an emotional lifestyle response. Why would somebody want to buy that house? Not just, hey, here I have this house. Are you interested? Why? Why would they want to? We tend to just like not even think about it. Like we weren't looking when we bought. We knew we were going to buy, but we thought it was going to probably be a year or two because we thought we were going to build. We were like, you know what? We're just going to stop looking. This was like a year ago. We're going to stop looking and we're going to buy land and build. And then like, I'm not kidding. I'm like, oh, I'll go on the MLS and see. When on the MLS, I'm like, this house, it was still for sale. So people are like from when I had first seen it. So, and like we saw it, made an offer and closed in 13 days. It was fast. It was fast because we were like, this is it. We knew it. So how can you evoke that in someone else? So you want to talk about the benefits. You want to really help them in that lifestyle process. Okay, you guys? All right. So no more questions, it looks like. You guys are awesome. If you're watching this in replay and have questions, ask me. And I believe I am scheduled to be on tomorrow for the next episode of The Ribbit Show. If you want to be notified when I go live, click the link in the comments and click the link in the description. It's just a messenger link. You're just going to click through and say, yes, I want to be notified. And I'll send you a message the next time I'm live. All right, you guys, you're awesome. Thank you. Have a fabulous day. Ta-ta for now.